On this Friday night, time to say hello to David John Oates with the latest reverse speech newsmakers. Hello, David. How goes it down there?
Oh, doing well, Jeff. Weather's starting to warm up a little bit here. So spring's on its way. So,
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. And my book's out, my autobiography. The first copies were shipped this week to those who've already ordered it. If you're listening, your books will be probably arriving, I don't know, middle of the week.
And the quickest way for people to get them?
Go to itsonlyametaphor.com. Okay? Itsonlyametaphor.com. And that's a book site. Okay?
All right. I'm going to put that up below your name right now to make sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes, it's up now. Book's available now. Absolutely. I'll get your copy off to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much. This is really going to be one of the best reads that any of us can make, to follow this path of David's through the discovery and the refinement and the understanding of reverse speech. Not only reverse speech, but of people and human beings who speak in two ways, forwards and from the subconscious in reverse. And for those of you who doubt or are skeptical about reverse speech, that's fine. But understand that the CIA has now admitted and announced and proclaimed reverse speech to be credible, viable, and real. So You don't want to believe the CIA? That's fine. And we all know, chuckles aside, that the CIA lies. But in this case, they've been sitting on the truth of reverse speech for a long time. They use it all the time. They probably have technologies that are actually beyond it now, but they certainly have used it for a long, long time.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubt about that. Yes, reverse speech has been around for, well, I've been doing it for 34 years. I went public in 87, and I lectured to the CIA in 90?
Yeah, 91. It was just before I went on the air.
I think. Yeah, 91, I think. I think it was in 91.
I went on the air in 94, and it was, when I had you on, it was a few years before that, so.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so I cover all of that in the book. It's a thrill ride through death threats and lawsuits and Simone's accident and reversal reactions, and throughout all of this, is telling the whole story, reverse speech, how I discovered it, developed the theories, and developed meta walks, and raised a family, and lived my life dodging bullets.
And drove to Santa Barbara and brought the kids up to play with my daughter and went to dinners. And
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, they were exciting times. Some were not, well, they're all exciting, some were not good exciting. But anyway, you'll read it. People who read the book said it's a real tearjerker in some places, you're on the edge of your seat reading it. It's been quite a ride. Gee whiz, it's been an amazing 34 years since I've been doing this. I wouldn't change it for the world, though. It's been incredible. It's to have discovered something completely new as a total unknown. I mean, I'm just a normal Aussie, middle class guy. I'm not an academic or anything like that. I've never claimed to be. And so, as an unknown preacher's kid, to have discovered something so amazing in language that it could literally change the course of civilization once it's accepted, and then to bring it to the world with a speech stutter, which I had to overcome. I think it's an amazing, incredible story. In the book I talk about the 9 steps that my dad taught me when I was young, and he got me to, he was building a church camp, and there was 9 steps leading up to a veranda around the camp. And he said, jump off step number 9 to the ground, David. And I said, gee, I can't do that. That's too high. So he said, okay, go and jump off step 1. So I jumped off step 1. That was easy. He said, go and jump off step 2. That was easy. And of course, you know how the story goes, eventually I was jumping off step 9. And that's how I've developed reverse speech and lived my life. You know, you look at the whole lot, you think, gee, I don't know how to do this. And you just do it slowly, step by step, you know, and you eventually reach your goal. So there you go. Anyway, it's all documented in the book. It's onlymetaphor.com, and you can put the link up on your site too, right, Jeff?
Yep, going up in just a couple minutes.
Excellent. All right.
Now, what we always do when David is here is take a look at some of the most important reversals of our times. And whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's the people who work for him, other people, David tries to bring the best of newsmakers' reverse speech so we can follow along like no one else, unless they listen to this program, can. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, we've got a real potpourri tonight. We're going to start off with someone Hillary Clinton, and we've got Madison, McMasters, and Pence, and Trump, and Bannon. Anyway, I found Hillary Clinton went on the TV media circuit this week, promoting her new book, What Happened. And if you can stand to watch a woman for more than a minute or so, you'll realize that she's literally a case study in denial. I mean, it's incredible, unbelievable. It's so obviously blatant. I'm surprised you can't hear it. And I found this classic reversal from last year on Hillary Clinton just when I was going through my archives this morning, and I want to play it. It's a classic one. Here's the forwards.
Take a deep breath and relax and just, sit back, because here they come again. We're going to have to just ride through this, as we have so many of these other false accusations.
And she says, I have never lied in my head.
I have never lied in my head.
Wow.
I have never lied in my head.
That's pathological.
See, that's bizarre in that her subconscious is making that statement.
I know.
Now that talk about a really sick person.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's sick. To not have any concept, both on an unconscious level, of what you're really doing is incredible. I mean, the woman's completely and utterly blind. She has absolutely zero knowledge of any of her culpability in anything. And that's obvious as you watch the interview that she did this week. So
the list of reasons and excuses that she has given now for her loss is over 25.
Oh, incredible. I know. It's staggering stuff. All right, so we're going to play some reversals from that interview she gave this week. So here's reversal number 1.
You are going to hear from all kinds of voices. I was a senator for 8 years.
And here she says, I'm a freak.
I'm a freak. I'm a freak.
Oh, too funny.
What do you say? All right, next one along.
And that's in the interest of both the far right and the far left, both of whom want to blow up the system and undermine it and all the rest of the stuff they talk about.
See, this is denial. We're not in the mud.
We're not in the mud.
We're not in the mud.
See, look at that.
We're not in the mud.
She is totally shut down. She's got blinkers over her eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why her unconscious comes in every now and then and says, shut up. We played some of those.
Yeah, I hope you can pull one or two of those up. We've heard at least 2 instances where Hillary's subconscious mind literally tells herself to shut up.
I know. It's staggering.
The subconscious is so sick of her lies.
Yeah, it's a classic one. I'm just trying to put my hands on it at the top of my head. Here's one here. Here's one of them.
But even more important than the history we make tonight is the history we will write together in the years ahead.
Yeah, it says, be honest, damn you.
Be honest, damn you.
Be honest, damn you. Be honest, damn you.
Yeah, so that's one of them. And,
incredible.
I'm trying to find the real classic one. Oh yeah. Oh, here's another one of them.
Have health care, and their families don't have to worry about losing their house to take care of their sick kid. I am proud of my record of public service.
And here she says, "Be quiet, not ballad." She's talking about her public service.
Yep. Wow.
And she's.
I don't remember you playing that one before.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, man. Oh, here's the one I was looking for. Okay.
I have spent a very long time, my entire adult life, looking for ways to even the odds, to help people have a chance to get ahead.
This is "Oh, be quiet."
Oh, be quiet. Be quiet.
Too funny.
There's literally two voices inside of her. One that's in complete and utter denial. I've never lied in my head.
Right.
And another one that's saying, "Shut the hell up, woman." Be honest, damn you. I mean, that's classic internal dialogue.
Well, that's multiple personality disorder right there.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's all the way to the subconscious. That's not some superficial conscious fragmenting. That's all the way in.
Yeah, I'm working with a client now, and we had a rehearsal basis said, "I'm lying in my soul." And I'm thinking, gee whiz, you can't get much deeper than that. I'm lying in my soul. It's incredible. All right, so here's another reversal.
Illinois has had none of that. In fact, they've made it easier to vote. Minnesota is a easier to vote state. I won both of those.
And here she says, "Crazy, it ended."
Crazy, it ended.
Greasy, it ended.
Yes, it did end.
Greasy, it ended.
Yep. And, here's a funny one.
Across our country so that their voices can be heard and we have a democracy that really functions right.
Hillary Clinton, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, there's that laugh. There's that laugh. Hey.
Well, you're going to hear it backwards now. She says, "Forgive." Ha, 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 ha. I don't know what she means by "forgive," but anyway, there we go.
She's probably asking for us to forgive her for letting us down, those of us who supported her, perhaps. Talking to her base. Forgive.
I'd say so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be right. So here's another one.
But everybody's got politics. You know, I go after Bernie really hard on the NRA. That's politics for him.
And she says, "You're still upset."
You're still upset.
You're still upset.
Yes, you are, Hillary.
Yeah, she certainly is. So there you go. That's enough of Hillary, I think. Look, I've got one more. Here we go. We'll play this one.
You know, the boyfriend turns to the girlfriend and says, "She's going to get locked up. Don't you hear? She's going to get locked up." I mean, all of a sudden, it becomes a very fraught, kind of conflictual experience. And so instead of saying, "I'm taking a chance, I'm going to vote," it didn't work.
I don't know the story. I didn't watch that far into it. And smashed and you get my ass.
Smashed and you get my ass.
Smashed and you get my ass.
Yep.
Smashed and you get my ass.
Yeah, she was smashed. And
I must say, and I haven't watched her since she brought the book out and has been making these statements, but she sounds very sharp, very effective. She doesn't sound drugged or anything. She sounds like she's not going away. She sounds like she feels that she's going to beat Trump in 2020. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see her.
Who else are they going to run? Elizabeth Warren? Who are they going to run?
Oh, my God.
So, I mean,
Elizabeth Warren. Oh, the thoughts.
All right, well, she's already talking about it, so there you go. And then this one in California, Kamala Harris, I think her name is, Senator. But I honestly, if Hillary can maintain the majority of her base, and I'm talking about her financial base, and I don't see why she can't. Remember, the Clintons know where a lot of bodies are buried. They can call in markers until the cows come home. I wouldn't count her out at all at this point. She sounds too good to me. That sounded very fresh, very sharp, not like someone who is debilitated and fading into the sunset. She's getting ready. That's my view.
Yeah. I think you're right. All right, let's have a look at someone, General Mattis.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Mattis, Secretary of Defense, in a press conference about North Korea.
You need two rails, and we have two rails. They're mutually supporting. Right now, we keep the diplomatic track out in front.
And he says, and I'm afraid to kick you.
And I'm afraid to kick you.
Huh.
And I'm afraid to kick you.
I'll be bothered.
And I'm afraid to kick you.
Was he talking about North Korea?
Yeah, well, that's what the heading of the reversal says. What does it mean by two rails? We've got two rails. I don't know what
Two
that
tracks, a diplomatic track and a military track.
Oh, I see.
And I'm afraid to kick you, meaning the military track.
Yeah, I tell you, let's jump. And I'm going to jump to reversal. I'm going to play at the end. But this could be why he's afraid to kick North Korea. Listen to this.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We had a small group.
And here he says, China will bomb.
And we'll bomb.
And we'll bomb.
That's why they're not.
And we'll bomb.
That's why they're not going in. They're scared of China.
Oh, that's exactly right. And the Chinese have told the Trump people and Trump twice now that if America, in their view, makes the first move, they will support North Korea. And read into that what you will. That means China will bomb. China will go to war to protect North Korea. And I would suggest they'll do it in any case. It doesn't matter who goes first. They're controlling this. They're not going to. South Korea is on their front porch as it is. They will not tolerate for a minute North Korea being put under American control. Won't happen.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So here's the next one on Mattis.
I think the most important thing is to recognize if you're going to an objective down the track, and you want to take your vehicle, your train down the track.
As it says, die in mud, the mud.
Die in night.
Huh.
Die in night.
Wonder what he means.
Die in night.
Well, I think he's talking about, again, a military option. And if that's chosen, America won't win. They're not going. There's no way to win when you've got China and North Korea as an item, and they are an item. So you'll die in the mud. And he's speaking almost metaphorically about mud.
Gee, I hope it's not one of those premonition reversals.
Yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah, wow. All right, here's another one.
And the bottom line is we will get better at integrating the advances in AI that are being taken here in the Valley into the U.S. military.
Huh. Get neighbor.
Get neighbor.
Huh.
Get neighbor. Get neighbor.
Now that's interesting because what he's talking about is incorporating from Silicon Valley, I assume, AI into the military.
Right.
Artificial intelligence from Silicon Valley into the military. AI into the military. That's what he said forwards.
Right. So get neighbor. What does he mean? I mean,
maybe your global neighbors that he doesn't agree with. Get your neighbor. Get your Russia, China. I don't know, but that's he is speaking about AI forward.
Yeah.
So that's a big subject.
Yeah. Wow. All right, here's another one.
How often do you see France and China, Russia, the United States? I can go on. How often do you see them voting unanimously on any issue? And you saw that last weekend.
And he's talking about North Korea again. He's seen the power.
He's seen the power.
Oh, yeah.
He's seen the power.
Yeah, talking about Kim Jong-un.
He's seen the power.
I presume he's talking about Kim Jong-un. He's seen the power. I guess so. Yep. All right, here's another one.
Here, but it's good to be back on the West Coast. You guys really do think differently, okay? Thanks a lot.
And they look angry.
You look angry.
Ooh.
You look angry.
Not very good reversal.
You look angry.
Not very good reversal. Anyway. Okay. What else have I got here? Oh, here's an interesting one.
I understand the question. It's very valid, but I don't tell the enemy in advance what I'm going to do. Our readiness, we are ready.
And he says they lost more data.
They lost more data.
Huh. Talking about the enemy lost more data. North Korea lost intelligence, or I would imagine data will be intelligence information.
Would have to be. We have tremendous resources at work to try to certainly take everything that they have, and I think we're probably doing a pretty. We're talking about satellites, airborne ships. It doesn't matter. We're intercepting as much communications as possible, and it's probably a hell of a lot of it.
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, okay. All right, and here's a reference to nukes.
Any threat to the United States or its territories, including Guam, or our allies, will be met with a massive military response.
Wow, and he says, now we nuke it. So nukes on the table.
Now, do the forward again, David, please.
Yeah, sure.
Any threat to the United States or its territories, including Guam, or our allies, will be met with a massive military response.
Yeah, massive military response. Now we nuke it. So nukes on the table. So.
They've been on the table from the beginning. They're in South Korea. They're offshore. They're ready. They're on Guam. What he terms a threat, though, that's it's a wide open term. Threat. What's a threat? He didn't say attack. He said threat.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I want to remember one thing. I didn't mention this the other night. I should have. Kim just fired another IRBM, an intermediate range ballistic missile. It went over Japan and landed in the ocean. Harmless. There was no warhead potential on it. It just was a missile test. All right. Remember what Trump said a week ago? Less. He said, I have ordered the American military to shoot down any missile that North Korea launches.
Oh, that's interesting.
He made that loud and clear. I put the story up. I put the headline. In fact, I ran it twice. So what happened, Mr. Trump?
Indeed.
Does that mean we can't shoot down Kim's missiles? Or did it mean, as I suggested, that they would be much better off letting the missiles launch and fly and impact the ocean because they'll steal all the telemetry that's going and coming to the missile during its entire flight, and they'll learn much more about it. Shooting it down won't teach them a thing, but monitoring it and grabbing the telemetry, that's gold. So that's probably why the missile wasn't taken down.
All right. Here's Alex Jones saying Hillary smells like hell.
On Hillary. I'm not kidding. People say that, folks, I've been told this by high-up folks. They say, listen, Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur.
And here he says they're shit.
They're shit. They're shit.
There we go.
They're shit.
Here's Steve.
Well, the devil is supposed to smell like sulfur, remember. Old Sparky.
Oh, the devil. Oh, well, then, okay. Then
that's what his reference was meant to imply. They smell like sulfur. They're satanic.
Okay, well, here's a satanic reversal for you. Here's Pence at his CPAC speech.
This is our time. This is the chance we've worked so hard for so long to see.
And he says, kill them, kiss, not kill, kiss, I misread it. Kiss them all, Lucifer.
Kiss them all, Lucifer.
Kiss them all, Lucifer.
Boy, that's clear.
Yeah, I know it is. There you go. So,
he's such a little worm. I find him to be particularly repulsive, and this doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yep, okay, here's the CIA Director John Brennan admitting to chemtrails. This must be an old one.
Providing the world economy additional time to transition from fossil fuels. This process is also relatively inexpensive. The National Research Council estimates that a fully deployed SAI program would cost about $10 billion yearly.
This one says, I don't know, when was John Brennan director of the CIA? He's not...
I'll pull up the dates. I can't remember.
Yeah. I thought this was a current reversal. But he's not director now, I don't think so. No. So this is an old tape. Okay, alright. Versal says, Hillary's still on the unit. I will talk to my wolf.
Still on the unit. Drive the talk, no matter where.
Oh, yeah.
Hillary, still on the unit. Drive the talk, no matter where.
Huh.
Hillary, still on the unit. Drive the talk.
So what is he saying? I can't quite make out that one word.
No, it was Hillary still on the unit, and the back after that is I will talk to my wolf, but I'm not happy with the word wolf at the end.
She's still on the unit?
Yeah, Hillary's still on the unit. That's the clearest part. Yeah.
So a CIA unit, an operational unit.
Exactly correct. Here we go.
Hillary, still on the unit.
There it is. So,
Brennan was CIA director from primarily Obama.
Obama.
Remember, Brennan is also a Muslim, a Wahhabi Muslim, which is apparently the worst of them all. 2013 March to January 2017 when Trump took over.
All right. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Gee, I got so many reversals. I don't even know where to go. Let's go to American ones. Oh, here's a funny one. Here's a Michael Moore calling Trump a racist.
You know, they voted for Trump because they wanted to throw a bomb into the system that had hurt them. They lost their jobs. They're no longer part of the middle class.
And he says, my book, The Nemesis.
My book, The Nemesis.
My book, The Nemesis.
Did he put a book out recently?
No, not that I know of.
No, he's talking about his films. He's using the word book for his documentary films, I would imagine. So it's The Nemesis. All right, okay. Let's look at a couple on Trump. I'm just going all over the place here tonight, Jeff. I'm just
it's all right.
pulling him
Don't
out.
worry about it.
All right, so here's Trump.
I am pleased to report this year that Kuwait has taken delivery of 10 American-made Boeing 777 airliners. They're beauties.
For your villain.
For your villain?
Wow.
For your villain. For your villain.
Yeah, well, I guess for your villain. Kuwait. What sort of aircraft were they? Let's play the forwards again.
I am pleased to report this year that Kuwait has taken delivery of 10 American-made Boeing 777 airliners. They're beauties.
Okay, commercial airliners, I guess, for your villain.
Right, they're big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
For your villain.
Huh, I wonder what it means for your villain. Kuwait's obviously not a villain. They're one of our allies. I presume so.
I don't know. Don't know.
Interesting. Okay. Well, as always, we throw reversals out that we don't know what they mean, and eventually we find out. So here's another one talking about things in the same context.
Find it hard to believe that after what we did the last time, that Assad would do that again. I haven't heard what you just said, but I find that a little bit difficult to believe.
Oh, okay. All right. So this reversal makes sense. And now fed up.
Now fed up.
Now
yeah,
fed up.
That's perfectly congruent.
Yeah, totally congruent. Makes complete sense. Nice, clear, crisp reversal, unambiguous. That's how I like them.
Right.
I wish they were all like that, but reverse speech is so cryptic. Teaching students how to interpret reversals is just as hard as teaching them how to find them. It's a real skill. Next class is starting October 7th. We're pretty much booked out in this class, though. I think we're up to 22 students. I was going to cut off at 20. So,
well, very good. Congratulations. Yeah. That's nice.
We'll have a lot of new practitioners out there next year. That'll be exciting stuff. All right, here's Trump talking to Americans.
Earlier this week, I visited the hardworking citizens of North Dakota.
Use a dealer. What does he mean?
Use a dealer.
Use a dealer. Use a dealer.
North Dakota.
What's he saying? Use a dealer?
Yeah, that's what it means. Use, U-S-E,
yeah.
Dealer.
Use a dealer.
Use a dealer.
Yeah,
Use a dealer. Use a dealer. We'll play the forward. Let's try it. Let's look at the forward again.
Okay, so here we go.
Earlier this week, I visited the hardworking citizens of North Dakota.
Use a dealer.
Use a dealer.
I mean, okay, so what do they do in North Dakota? What industry is there?
It used to be shale oil. The oil shale business. That's it.
Yeah.
Use a dealer. Maybe I'm the dealer, he's saying. I've used the dealer.
Well, he says he's the man who makes deals. He's doing something in North Dakota.
I think he's talking about himself.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
He does that once in a while.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right.
just once in a while.
Once in a while. Oh dear, I'll keep my opinion to myself on that one. Once in a while.
Yeah, North Dakota is an oil boom state. At least it was. Shale gas reserves, all of that. And it's fallen recently on very hard times. This is the big Bakken reserve. And maybe he's up there trying to tell them that, in reverse, that I'll use a deal or I'll get something done for you. I'll make a deal. And this would be something he'd want to do. Somehow get that industry back up on its feet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, here's the next one. He's talking about terror groups, according to the headline on the reversal.
Every responsible nation must work together to strip these groups of their territory, their financing, and the false allure of their evil ideology.
Oh, yeah, he is the lie.
He is the lie.
Yeah.
He is the lie.
That's the ideology.
Well, I think he's talking about himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think in the third person he's talking about himself. He's the lie. In other words, his subconscious is looking back at Trump saying, he's the lie. He's lying. Play the forward again. It's a lie.
Every responsible nation must work together to strip these groups of their territory, their financing, and the false allure of their evil ideology.
Do you know why it's such a lie, David? Because America funds, it still is funding and arming ISIS as we speak. Just 2 weeks ago, we flew the top ISIS leadership out of the I can't pronounce the name of that place. They were being closed in upon. The last city that was an ISIS stronghold was overrun, and the Americans flew the ISIS commanders out. We fund them, we back them, so do the Israelis. We created them. And his subconscious is saying he's a liar, talking about Trump.
Wow, okay, he's the lie.
He's the lie.
He's the lie.
He's the lie. That's the big lie. What he said forward couldn't have been much more of a lie if you tried. It just couldn't be.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's new information.
Oh, to tell you, ISIS is an American-Israeli enterprise.
Well, I've heard talk of that, obviously, on the internet.
Oh, there's so many reports, David, that you can't even count them all. Defectors have admitted that they get armaments from the Americans through third parties all the time.
Wow. Okay.
So there's your lie.
Yeah, right. Wow. Well, there you go. Out of his mouth. There's the reversal. He's a strange kettle of fish, Trump. Sometimes he's really congruent and he comes across really well, and other times you get reversals like this.
He's fragmented since he became president and was either told or came out of the closet as a big, incredibly huge con man who conned everybody for a year and a half. And one way or the other, and there are rumors now that he's being drugged, that he's slurring his words in the later part of the days, there may be mind control involved. These things could be reasons why the reversals have become so weird.
Huh, interesting. Okay, off from Trump is a cop who accidentally shot another cop, thinking he was a suspect, is what the headline on the reversal says.
Oh shit, that was Jacob! Fuck me!
Oh.
Fuck! Are you okay?
Excuse the language, I didn't know there was that language there. And he says, help, need help.
Help!
Wow.
Help!
Hear the emotion in the voice on the reversal. Yeah, let's play that again.
Help!
Certainly got the emotion there, don't you?
Yeah. Hear what the other guy's saying?
No?
Need a truck. Get a medic. Get an ambulance in here. Need a truck.
Yeah, right. Wow, good ears, Jeff. Hell, I need a truck, get a medic. Wow, gee whiz, that's great ears. That's, wow, what a great reversal. Need a truck, get a medic.
Yeah.
Listen to the man in the background, people. Yeah, there it is. If you ever decide to stop being a talk radio show host, Jeff, you've always got a nice career in reverse speech, okay?
Yeah, thank you. It's always fascinating to me. Just fascinating.
Oh,
Both of them in the incredible emotion of one officer, the louder one, having shot another one, both completely galvanized forwards and backwards to try to do something, and reacting to it, and get a medic, get a truck.
That's an incredible reversal. That's a staggering one. I'm going to keep.
Well, that's like saying the house is on fire, both forwards and in reverse. So it's about the same thing.
Right. Yeah, right. Yep, okay, yep. All right. Okay, so I want to play you another reversal now. That's actually quite long. This is a woman confronting Trudeau.
And I did it! I've done it! I've done it for the last year. I lived without hydro for 5 days after paying a $680 bill. They showed up one day.
So, distraught lady, she says, in a puddle of shit, I brought it in, you're not facing it. Very long reversal. In a puddle of shit, I brought it in, you're not facing it. Wow. Are you hearing all of that, Jeff?
I certainly do. Every word perfect, every letter articulated as clearly as you can get a reversal because of the intensity of her emotions.
Right. Amazing reversal. You tell me that's a coincidence. I mean, really.
Oh, please.
So here's the forwards again. Listen to the emotion in the forwards.
And I did it! I've done it! I've done it for the last year. I lived without hydro for 5 days after paying a $680 bill. They showed up one day.
And in the puddle of shit, I brought it in, you're not facing it. Incredible reversal.
Boy, is that ever. Yeah, he's a real piece of garbage, this Trudeau creep. And she say, you're not facing it. She it's true. He won't. He doesn't have to. He's a...
All right. Okay. All right. Well, he is Trudeau responding to that woman.
A lot of different elements come into your question. A number of them are provincial. Hydro bills are
sidestepping it. What a piece of crap. What a piece of crap.
The federal government's decision to put a price on carbon.
And here he says, the bullshitter. There you go.
His subconscious describes himself perfectly. That's exactly. Wow, there's another one. Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing. Yep.
How exactly sickening. How transparent these people are, and how much amazement people have to feel when they hear these things being spoken from the very subconscious. That's almost like Hillary's subconscious telling her to shut up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, amazing. Here's another one from Trudeau.
I have repeatedly said that, yes, the responsibility of any Canadian Prime Minister is to get our resources to market, and yes, that includes our oil sands.
That audio's a bit bad. I don't know how clear the reversal will be. They are ill, and it's not suicide. Oh, yeah, it's clear. I don't know what it means, though.
Well, it probably means these people are ill, they're suffering. It's not suicide, it's the government. It's us that's doing it to them.
Right. That makes total sense. Right, they are ill and it's not suicide. They're not doing it to themselves. They are victims.
Yep.
Right. So he knows.
Of course he knows. Of course he knows. Sure he knows.
All right. Okay, here's Steve Bannon being interviewed on Charlie Rose.
Yeah, that was 60 Minutes, David.
60 Minutes, right. Yeah, it says 60 Minutes chatter. Yep, okay.
Like a week or before, something like that. And it was all this thing in the press every day, Trump TV, because Trump's going to lose by 10 points. It's over. And this whole scam.
So Roger calls you up and says you're going to lose?
No, he says, hey, can you come to Palm Beach?
And Soros, my source.
Soros, my source.
Oh, that's the two of them. That's two. Wow, that's two people speaking. Soros, my source.
Soros, my source.
Huh.
Soros, my source.
Okay, so, no, wait a sec. Hold on. Charlie Rose and Steve Bannon. So who's saying what? Is Charlie Rose saying Soros?
Charlie Rose is saying Soros.
That makes sense.
Saying my source. Yes. So that means that Steve Bannon has contact with Soros.
No, it doesn't. They might be saying two different things. They just happen to be dovetailed together like that.
Oh, really?
Rose is saying Soros, which makes perfect sense, and Bannon is trying to say my source. There could be a difference there. And they happen so quickly that Bannon's subconscious might not even have time to react. It's just saying it's already in its own track. Rose jumped in front of him and said Soros, and Bannon continued with what he was saying in reverse, which is my source. But I don't see the two necessarily related at all.
All right, okay. So here's another one from that same interview.
And he said,
so Roger wanted to talk about the future in which after Donald Trump lost and build a new media empire.
And he believed,
and build a new media empire.
Yes.
Now that's Charlie Rose talking.
Yeah, that's Charlie Rose. And here he says, so much blood.
So much blood.
Wow.
So much blood.
There it is. And there has been in the White House ever since Trump's inauguration. There's been heads flying everywhere, hasn't there? So,
right, I'm not sure that's what he means. I think that if he mentioned Soros earlier, that would suggest that he's well aware of the fact that Soros and Soros money is behind a lot of the demonstrations, people getting hurt, blood. So he might be alluding to that.
So literally. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So here's the forwards again.
And he said,
so Roger wanted to talk about the future in which after Donald Trump lost and build a new media empire.
And he believed,
and build a new media empire.
Yes.
So much blood.
So much blood.
Wow.
So much blood.
Right. And achieving. In working for those aims, there's been so much blood.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, Rose is an ultra left-wing socialist, communist, liberal shill, doing the bidding of the Soros wing of the globalists who are behind all of the anti-Trump, anti-American demonstrations, behind the white genocide movement, which is growing all the time. Did I send you the video of the black rapper who hangs a little 6-year-old white boy?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. The war against white American citizens, white people, is being ramped up all the time now. And blacks who can get away with almost anything. This particular video, called a music video, shows the black rapper literally putting a noose around a little 6-year-old or so white boy and tightening it and then pulling the rope. And then you cut back to the little child and his feet are twitching about 5 or 6 feet off the ground. That's all you see are his twitching feet. This is now, David, if a white rapper had hung a little black boy in a music video, it would be worldwide headlines. But blacks can get away with anything. Almost anything. They get a free pass. Not whites. The war against white is on.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, here's Steve Bannon from that 60 Minutes interview.
Leaving the field, and particularly the culmination of that, to see those crowds. By the way, people waiting. In one time in Virginia till like 2 o'clock in the morning. They've been there since 6 o'clock.
It just simply says, "You'll love it."
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Six doesn't really mean much. All right, here's a reversal on that nurse who refused to draw blood without a warrant.
Yeah.
A drug. Yeah. So here we go.
We made sure that the body cam was available. We wanted to see what it was that was on there. We spoke with Salt Lake City Police Department. Our initial meeting, the chief of police apologized to me personally, and I accepted his apology.
Deputy chief of police.
Deputy chief of police.
And what did he say to you?
And there he says, she says, had emotion.
Emotion.
Yeah, it just speaks for itself.
Emotion.
Right.
Yeah, just a standard classic reversal. All right. Here is a woman confronting Uma Abedin at Hillary's book signing. Oh yeah, geez, Uma Abedin's still around. I haven't heard from her for a long time.
Well, apparently, no. If she's showing up at the book signings with Hillary, she's back.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Okay, here we go.
Kuma, it's so great to see you. I have a question for you. When are you going to divorce your husband for texting underage girls?
We're going to step out of here. Get out. We're going to step out of here.
It's a valid question. Read the sacred Talmud. Oh, yeah? I'll be bothered.
All right, well, the girl asking the question is probably Jewish.
Right.
Very hardcore, and reads and believes in the Talmud. That's all there is to that. It's clear.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Quite an amazing reversal. So anyway, Uma Abedin's obviously back. I guess so. This is a question direct to me. Listen to it again.
Kuma, it's so great to see you. I have a question for you. When are you going to divorce your husband for texting underage girls?
We're going to step out of here. Get out. We're going to step out of here.
I don't think he actually touched the underage girls. It was all online, wasn't it? I don't think.
I don't know.
Yeah. Read the sacred.
I think it was all texting, all online. I don't think there was direct contact that I remember reading about.
I don't think there was either. Read the sacred Talmud. Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah. Do you hear the if there is such a thing, and there is, of a she sounds Jewish the way she says Talmud. Listen to it. It sounds ethnic. Listen to the way she says Talmud. It sounds Jewish, ethnic.
Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can hear what you're hearing.
Read the Talmud. Read the Talmud.
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right.
It's just the way Jews talk.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Wow, interesting stuff. All right, let me see. What else have I got for you today? Here's one. Here. This is probably our last reversal, running out of time. Here's one on you.
This whole year plus of all the reversals you've worked on, and your girl up in Canada.
This one says, "We shall serve you love."
We shall serve you love.
We shall serve you love.
You like that one, Jeff?
There we go.
Very nice reversal. You're a nice man. All right. Let me see. What else have I got here? I'm almost out of reversals. Here's the mum confronting Trudeau.
And we offer programs that help people with disabilities go back to school.
And she says, "It's my wolf."
It's my wolf.
There we go. All right. Thanks, Joe.
Wow. All right, David. Thank you. Very interesting, as always. Wow.
I'll give you a call in about 30 minutes. I've got to get to a client. I want to talk to you.
Okay, very good. Talk soon.
All right. Bye-bye. See ya.
Okay, there's David John Oates, another hour, and agree or disagree, you have to admit at least it's very interesting. Okay, looking up Huma with Hillary at book signings, seeing what I can dig up here. All right, we will be back with you Sunday night with the best of, and in the meantime, the program does air intermittently throughout the weekends, along with other Rense Radio Network programs, and then Monday night we'll be back with you live. Goodness knows what will happen over the weekend. Take care, and we'll talk soon.